We're sweeping up some blues. Time's flying in, hasn't it? Including the article you're reading today, just 5 TWABs stand between you and Witch Queen. We don't yet have the technology to enter a hyper sleep that can bridge these gaps, but we do have the power to set some expectations on topics we'll be covering between now and then. This week we'll be talking about power of Blue Drop's Gunsmith reputation, some shifts in exotic sources, and more. Over the next few TWABs, we'll be talking Vanguard rep, Gambit reworks, weapon crafting, and Void 3.0. But not necessarily in that order. Don't forget the patch note previews and additional weapon tuning details. That'll be a fun time, and hopefully we'll give you some things to chew on each week. Maybe even have a trailer or two to share before launch. If you haven't been on social media in the last week, you might have missed these. Some bite snips of stories. Let's kick things off with power. Power is yours. The realm of destiny power is a measurement of your guardian's general abilities, but a consistent gauge for players whether or not they'll be able to tackle any given challenge. While the Witch Queen won't feature a big overhaul to the ways in which you gain power, they're not going to change how you gain power. We do have some general updates coming on launch day to returning new players and new players up and ready for a fresh campaign. First, let's talk about some definitions. Some of you may know these by heart, but we're always excited to introduce new lights and returning players information like this. Floor, the lowest power possible for a piece of gear starting on new characters. Soft cap, power cap, and hard cap. You guys know this. I've taught you this. Starting on February 22nd, the power floor will be updated to 1350. Any player who signs in at appropriate power levels to start Witch Queen campaign, even if they've taken a recent break to the game. I don't, why wouldn't they just do 1330? Through general gameplay, players can reach the soft cap of 1500. Hey chat, where's all those people at saying we're only going up 50 power? Did Clyde tell you we're going up 200 power levels? Didn't I say it? We're going up 230 power levels. I literally said it. And they were scalding me for it. They're like, oh, 50. We're going up 50 power. 1500 by earning general gear through any activity and completion. So I want to break this down. You literally play the game to get to 1500. Anything you do in the game will get you to 1500. Anything you do. Once reaching the soft cap, once you hit 1500, that's when you're going to start your powerfuls. From the vendor challenges and other objectives in the game. Once reaching the power cap of 1550, the only upgrades that players are to find in the endgame activities offer pinnacle rewards. Your final stretch is the 1560. Chat. 1547. If you're 1547, you can get 1552 drops. So, moving on. There will be adjustments to pinnacle and powerful sources as these shift yearly to focus on newer seasonal content and fresh Destiny 2 expansion content offered with the Witch Queen. I told you guys that too. Keep an eye on tooltips as you start completing activities. They'll specifically note different types of rewards that they offer. We have no doubts that more eager players will create guides within a week of launch, but we hope that Power Climb is fairly easy to understand once you get your boots on the ground February 22nd. Pretty much what this says, chat, is that when you hit the soft cap, other powerfuls, and as you play through the campaign, other powerfuls and pinnacles will open up. If you want an example, Beyond Light, Empire hunts, and shit like that. Designing an economy is easy, right? Short answer, absolutely not. Nothing in the game is easy, especially when tackling the various currencies, exchanges, and D2 offers. This week we'll be dividing in the economy lead, Joshua, speaking on some exciting changes on behalf of the team. Blue rare rewards will stop dropping from playlist activities, Crucible, Gambit, and Strikes, once players have reached the soft cap. Run that by me one more time. Blues are finally going to be not dropping anymore? Players above soft cap, 1500 power, will instead see a slightly increased chance at receiving legendary rewards from these activities or a small amount of legendary shards. Dub. Blue weapon and armors will continue to drop from enemies and chests while playing Destiny 2, but we hope that this will reduce the need for players to manage their inventories and reduce the frequency of visits to the postmaster while running activities. Cool. That's huge. We've been wanting this for a long time. I thought they were going to do it like powerful cap, but knowing that they're doing it at soft cap is huge. The only thing is, though, is that people have to understand that we use those blues to level. So, now we'll just have to wait for the legendary drops. We have some nice work ahead of us when it comes to rarity as subject to D2. While blue gear helps players increase their power earlier in the game, we want to look back to the place in the overall of the game. We aren't expecting any major changes in the next few seasons, but we'll be spending some time behind the scenes thinking about the future of rare drops all up. Gunsmith reputation. Banshee 44 is getting a new reputation system that matches the other vendors in the tower, as we thought, such as Zavala and Shax. This means removing some of the items that were previously associated with Gunsmith reputation, namely gunsmith materials and weapon telemetries. Players will now earn reputation rank progress with Banshee 44 when dismantling legendary and exotic weapons and armor or by completing daily gunsmith bounties. This kind of worries me. We might have to get rid of our gunsmith bounties because they're changing them. Because now they're going to give gunsmith reputation. So that means they're changing the coding of the daily bounties of the gunsmith. So we might have to get these out of our bounty prep. Usually when they change how the bounties work, they disappear. I'm probably going to delete them. I'm just letting you guys know. Probably. Remember, chat, you can go to fucking EDZ and grab 3 dailies. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Candy makes a good point. They didn't go away for Crucible. Yeah. Never mind. All right. I was jumping ahead. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, the Vanguard and the Crucible and the Gambit ones didn't go away. You're right. We're good. Players want to spend their gunsmith materials and weapon telemetries at Banshee 44 before February 22nd. Any materials that were not spent will be removed from the... All right. We finally got the green light. We are going to spend all of our shit. I just needed them to tell me why. So now we're going to go spend everything. Mods and mod components. We will also be removing mod components from the game. Oh my god, thank fucking god. Thank you! Starting in Witch Queen, weapon and armor mods, sold by Banshee 44 and 801 respectively, will no longer require mod components to purchase and will instead cost 10,000 Glimmer. Yes! Furthermore, as part of this update, we're increasing the number of mods available on each vendor at a single time. From 2 to 4. Okay, that's fucking Poggers Championes. That's huge. Before we move on, it should be noted that all ghost mods that generated weapon telemetries will be removed as they no longer serve a purpose. I like it. Those mods are these mods right here. Rahool's taken over. We have mentioned in the past that Master Rahool will be inheriting Spider's material exchange duties in the Witch Queen. Exchanges rates should match what you know from Spider now. But these services are being shifted to the towers. Tangle Shore will be off limits to Guardians. In addition, Rahool will be also picking up some wares that Banshee 44 and 801 once offered. Specifically the sale of enhancement prisms and ascendant shards. As noted above, this space makes more mods to be available for purchasing during every given week. Rahool will offer these materials at the same price at Banshee 44 and 801. Enhancement prisms, 10 cores, 25 planet materials. You guys know the deal. As a final note, before we move on to some exotic news, Master Rahool will also be able to decrypt umbral engrams, so players will not have to go to the Helm. Oh my god. Let's go! So players will not have to hop between the Helm and the tower to decrypt all the engrams in the inventory. Focusing for individual season weapons and armor will live on seasonal vendors in the Helm moving forward. So if you want to use a focus on specific weapon from a given season, you'll still need to go the Helm, but it's okay. Hawkmoon and Deadman's Tale. As of February 22nd, the Harbinger and Presage exotic missions will no longer be accessible. Thank fucking God, because Harbinger is an exploit to give people unlimited pinnacles. The team still wanted to preserve the ability for players to obtain random rolls for these weapons. Therefore, instead of adding these items to the Monumental Lost Lights, we have done most of the previous exotics that no longer have sources. These two weapons will show up part of Xur's inventory each weekend. No one cares. Get this fucking gun out of the game. Every week, Xur will offer a unique role for both Hawkmoon and Deadman's Tale and be purchasable to all players that own Beyond Light for the following materials: 1 Ascended Shard, 1 Exotic Cipher, 125,000 Glimmer, and 200 Legendary Shards. Before you go, what about Catalyst? Hawkmoon DMT Aegis Scepter Catalyst will be moved to the playlist Activity Strikes Crucible Gambit Completions. In addition to these 3, we've also added the ability the 3 catalysts have been absent from Destiny 2 to drop from playlist activities as well. Hawkmoon, Deadman's, Aegis, Outbreak, Whisper of the Worm, and Fourth Horseman. There you go, chat. You can get your Fourth Horseman catalyst, your Whisper catalyst, your Outbreak, your Aegis, your Deadman's, your Hawkmoon, all in playlist now. Outbreak, Perfected, and Whisper of the Worm both have the requirements for completing their catalyst updated so that they can be completed without access to their original activities. Save the date! March 5th raid. Hey chat, didn't I say March 5th? Which queen has a new raid? Surprising no. While we still have a bit of time, the world's first race begins. We wanted to get a rally flag planted in the sand when you should be expecting to take on the challenge. March 5th, 10 a.m. Pacific. That is an hour after daily reset. If you don't want to deal with server issues, chat, I would recommend that you sign in an hour before the raid drops. That way you don't have to worry about this shit. You're already in orbit. Additional details on the contest mode, Bungie rewards, and need to know information closer to the date. Until then, get in those time off requests. If you're still in school, we do not advise faking sick, notes from the doctors, or lying to your parents to stay home. Go to class, do your homework, ace those tests, be a good student, conquer the raid boss. That is an essay due next week. Raid prep could be in the evening activity, and we'll be proud of you either way. So if you guys want to find out what contest mode is, the boss is probably going to be 1560, so contest will be 1540 or 1530. So just letting you guys know. Easy dub. Remember, 1500 is soft cap. You can easily get 10 power on your first character, 10 power on your second, 10 power on your third. That means if you have all 3 characters to grind, easy dub. All 3 characters. Bang. Yes, March 5th, Saturday. March 5th is a Saturday. Hotfix ornaments can now be equipped at a wish ender. So this is what happened today. This is the hotfix today. The colorblind settings, the dungeon, ogre boss, yada yada yada. We went over this, and yeah, movie of the week, Race of the Galaxy. Hey, he won. Whether or not Iron Banner bounties will be removed at the end of the season. It was discovered that we had a slight error published to the website, and I wanted to make a moment to set expectations on what is being removed. Iron Banner bounties will be removed at the end of the season. Bounties acquired and completed at any point during the season will be retained after the Witch Queen releases. Bounties retained from Season of the Lost will be capped at 1350 and will not give any players any power bonus next season upon redemption. These bounties will be removed at the end of season 16, as Saladin will be taking on his turn in the rollout of the vendor works. Because I have you here, our final Iron Banner of the season will be during the final week of the Season of the Lost. So there is one more Iron Banner. Seasonal bounties related to Season of the Hunt, Season of the Chosen, Season of the Splicer, and Season of the Lost will be removed at the end of the season, meaning they will be taken out of the game. Bounties from the Tangled Shore and Destination will be removed from the end of the season. Some daily bounties from the general activities or destinations may be removed depending on the objective or rewarding balance. A handful of Drifter and Gunsmith bounties are being looked at alongside with some vendor work. Oh dear, we must confirm the Drifter is getting a pass. That shouldn't be a surprise. We are tinkering with Gambit in season 16. If you don't want to lose your rewards, we highly recommend that you turn in your bounties before a new year of Destiny content. This is so bait, dude. Why would you put this here? Hey, we'll just go on the Shattered Throne, Mr. Dillon. If you don't want to lose your rewards, we highly recommend that you turn in
that video was
bounties
amazing.
Before a new year of Destiny content. Did you read the bottom paragraph?
I did.
While some of you are looking to rank up your artifacts a little bit faster, we expect
baby.
many of your mod unlocks to come from completing the campaign and jumping into quests, activities, and rewards.
Sir.
Take your time. Gunsmith being changed. When I read this, Evan, my mods and some chat people were saying from chat, Crucible and Vanguard did, and Gambit did the same shit when they changed their reputation, but those bounties did not go away. We saved the old ones and they didn't go away. So I think we're good other than that, but I mean, I'm not going to do any Gambit bounties. I have 2 Gambit bounties on all 3 characters. Like, out of all 3 characters, I have 2 Gambit bounties and I'm about to get rid of them. I don't want to do no fucking Gambit shit. I'll wait until the... But the Gunsmith bounties, I think we're good on those. Because there's no reason for them to get rid of them when they didn't get rid of the Vanguard ones. They didn't get rid of the Crucible ones when they switched the reputation. But this is juice. I mean... This
is mega juice.
But we got drip feeded again. They did not mention anything about the Masterwork Orbs. I'm kind of bummed about that because they baited us hard with that last week.
Yeah,
and they didn't
really
even
explain it.
They didn't explain it this week, so now we're just sitting here
also, what do you think of the blue thing? I feel like it doesn't really fix all the issues with blues.
It's a start.
It's a start, but I don't think that's what people wanted to hear.
Bullshit. We've been wanting this blue shit out of the game for a minute.
No. I think people wanted to hear auto dismantle blues, and blues just don't drop if you hit a certain level. Period. You just get materials.
Yeah, but I needed the blues to be out of the game, so I'm cool. If I hit soft cap,
with at least the core playlist not having them, but blues in general, when I hit a certain level, it's just.
I thought blues would be taken out of the game once you hit powerful cap, but the fact that they're gone when we hit soft cap, like, dude, it's well, the only thing that bothers me is that the Gunsmith bounties give mod components, and mod components are being taken out of the game. So me personally, I'm probably going to get rid of. You guys got to remember, if you got, let's just say right now on your 63 bounties on one character, or you have 62, and you have 4 Gunsmith bounties, you can literally go pick up 3 EDZ dailies and 1 Nessus. It takes 5 minutes to replace it. So, you know, I'll make an updated clip, but the reason why it is a good call is because, like, people don't understand. People hate so much on this prep shit, but you don't understand. The people that don't play this game so many hours per week, prep is the most important thing for you. Because if you prep now over the next 5 weeks and you carry all that XP into Witch Queen, you're going to be ahead of the game.
Yeah, you're literally.
The prep is not meant for the everyday player because we're going to get our XP no matter what. The prep is made for people that literally can't play it. Yo, Highlander, is he in chat? GG on the movie of the week.
Dude, GG, man. That was a great movie of the week.
That was good editing. Yeah. The community and Reddit can shut up now. They said 50 power levels. Yeah, try more like 230. But, you know, maybe next time. Auto dismantling blues was huge. They stopped dropping at 1500 now. And it says we'll get a slightly increased chance of receiving legendary rewards from those activities. Gunsmith reputation, mods, and mod components. We're turning these in, boys. We don't know when, but I'm ready to spam them.
Hey, Trials doesn't come back till March 11th, by the way.
March 11th, yeah.
Yep, so Trials is not there those first 2 weeks.
I think all this bounties, all they're saying about these bounties is like Iron Banner bounties are going to be removed at the end of the season. The reason why is because, let's just say the last week of the season, it is Iron Banner. The last week of this season is Iron Banner, and you don't finish one, it's going to get removed. But it says right here, if you do have completed Iron Banner bounties, it's going to be capped at 1350 power, which we start at. Which I don't really understand this, because we're 1330. Why are they giving us a 20 power boost? Why didn't they make us just grind that 20 power levels? But whatever.
I find it weird with the leveling. Like the leveling, I thought they said in the Road to the Witch Queen that they were redoing leveling stuff.
Yeah, I read that.
Like they're not doing that.
Yeah, if you go to the top again, I'm going to go to the top. Yeah. So I'm going to go to the top. When I read this, I was kind of bummed.
I'm kind of bummed by
and we're going to go we're going to go right here. While the Witch Queen won't feature a big overhaul to ways which you gain power, we do have some general updates coming on launch day to get returning and new players ready for the fresh campaign. When I read that, I was kind of like, oh. And the reason why me and Evan just said that is because the leveling needs to be changed. We're just gonna abuse it.
Yeah.
We're gonna start at 1350. We're gonna grind up to 1500. You're gonna get all 3 characters to 1500, and let's just say the pinnacle power is 1560. So 20 power below is 1540. That would mean you'd have to be 1540 for the raid day 1. So how do you get to 1540? Well, even if RNG screws you over between prime engrams and doing all your powerfuls on one character, you're going to get 10 power level. So you're going to get 10 power level on your first character, 10 power level on your second, 10 power on your third. So you're going to be 1530 minimum at the end of that first week. And then you're going to start Tuesday at 1530, and all you need to do is get 10 power level to be raid ready before the raid. I think that's going to be easy. We just wanted something different for them to like change how leveling works. So, and I can tell you guys right now that people are just going to hit Shattered. They're just going to hit the throwaway. They're going to go on the throwaway.
Yeah, this is a recipe for throwaway, and you know, I'm kind of bummed out just because we've had relatively the same leveling system with some changes here and there, but relatively the same thing since Forsaken. And I would love to see them do something new with leveling. I thought they said, but they did say, what did they say here? What was the words? It was like word for word. We don't have well, the Witch Queen won't have a big overhaul to the ways you gain power. So it sounds like they're coming with that, but it's just not with Witch Queen that they're doing that.
Yeah.
Like it's sometime maybe Lightfall, but either way, man. I want to see that happen, but I mean, if the rest of the DLC's banging, then that's whatever.
Yeah.
I like leveling being a part of the grind though. I think leveling keeps you interested in the game.
Yeah.